Well, people, I bet it's weird to see me again after 2 days because, yes, it's been a while. A little bit of problems away from the channel, but they should be all sorted now, as look what else I've sorted out. Yes, the tie's gone, but the Hartlepool hat is back, and if you was tuned into the channel last year, you will recognise one thing as I move my head. The Grimsby Town tree. It's back. The career mode is back. Welcome back to Hartlepool. Yes, guys, I'm sorry, but it does have to stay in Grimsby colours. As welcome back to the Hartlepool save, though. Episode number 10 of season number 1. Yes, we're still in the first year, but we're going quite well, as if you haven't seen the last couple of episodes, go ahead and watch them right now. Subscribe to the channel as well if you are new around here. I wanted to hit 4K before the new year. Maybe we can hit 4.1 before the end of the new year and make it a new bloody achievement. As, yes, we sit we sit 7 points behind Bradford. That was more than the start of last episode, but still not too bad at all. As I'm going to show you the calendar for today. The last game, the last goal in the game, I still remember that one even though it was a while ago. Brilliant, brilliant one. So it's definitely worth watching, as we have Barrow first at home, who we drew to last time out, Crawley, Sutton, Walsall and Harrogate. It's literally the fixtures at the start of the season flipped on their heads, and we played these first two. We simulated Sutton and got beat. I can't remember about Walsall, I'm going to have to check back on that, but Harrogate we got beat as well. So I do want to play Harrogate and Sutton. They're two games I really want to do, and then next episode, it's Bradford again, as we'll start off with Barrow, and I'm pretty sure we beat Walsall like 3-2. Maybe that was the first win of the season. I can't remember which game exactly it was, as we've still got scout reports coming through right here. But 21st in the league now. It should be a team we're beating. With this squad we have at the moment, it should be an easy 3 points, but nothing's confirmed, as it's Marinovic in goal, Luke Hendry, Sean McLaughlin, Staunton, Francis Angol and Ferguson making up the back six, with Houlihan, Featherstone and Valakari in the midfield, supporting James Norwood, who's going to try and get into form a little bit, hopefully, and Omar Bogle, one of my favourite players, of course, thumbnail star of his first episode last time out. So they are playing the same formation, roughly enough, 5 at the back, and it's a 1-0 win, courtesy of a youth player. Busou hasn't come off the bench in game for me yet, but with 12 minutes to go, the youngster comes on and gets the deserved winner, like showing how the stats showed we should have won that game, and that's actually a big win. Now, I'm happy with that. So that's something to think about, isn't it? A youth player getting on the score sheet, as the gap is still 7 points between us and Bradford. When will that ever change? As it's on to Crawley Town, the team we played first off when we started this. Where are they in the league? Right, 11th. Okay, so they are actually quite high up, so we might have to play these again. We've got Walsall and Crawley. I did say I wanted to simulate or play Harrogate, but they are down there in 19th, so maybe, I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with my guns. I'm going to simulate Crawley. Let's go for it. Of course, we're hopefully going to be climbing the league so we can see as many teams as we can over the whole season, and we haven't seen Harrogate yet. So we'll play them with Marinovic in goal again, and well, you know the team. I'm not going to go through it again. We're just going to get straight into the next simulated one and get both of them straight out of the way. As what is it going to be? Oh, it's a 3-0 defeat. Nichols, Matthews and Ashford getting the goals for Crawley Town, as that is not a good performance away from home at all. Maybe a mistake, but we're going to have to go with it, as Mansfield are now above us, but the gap between us and Bradford stays at 7. They lost that game, so that was a good chance for us to jump up, but with the games we now have, we should be winning all 3. Mixed feelings after them first 2, though. Now, Sutton United are 12, so these are just below Crawley, to be fair, as more scout reports coming back there. I'm going to look at them in a minute, but we've got a fully fit team, and I'm thinking, do I play this guy, Busui? He did score off the bench. The 16-year-old, not doing too bad, but then again, the 2 strikers that we do have, I'm big fans of anyway. So we will keep that heavily defeated team the same. Risky business, I know, but we're going to go for it, and then we'll probably bring him off the bench and see how he does. As the first played game, Hartlepool versus Sutton. And let's have a look at the Sutton team. Dean Boonzanis in goal, Joe Kizzy, Ben Goodliff, Louis John, Robert Milsom, and then Smith, Eastman, Buteman and Bolgewine in the midfield with Alofe and Bougiel up top. We of course are waiting for a bit of revenge right here, so let's see what we can do. Valakari into Conor McLaughlin. Going to try and slowly pass our way up the field a little bit here to start off with, and we've got to get James Norwood involved in this game, for goodness sake, as Hendry, he has Valakari in front of him. Valakari keeps the ball right there, and this is Norwood touching it right here. A little bit of a lively start with us having the ball at his feet, as Houlihan trying to go around a little bit, still keep it. This is good stuff. Featherstone, don't mess it up. Onto Valakari, who turns and shoots, and Boonzanis with a good save 6 minutes in. So we're going to get a corner ball. Can we do anything from this? It was going towards the captain. Goalkeeper's come a long way. Norwood won it, but still not going over the line or anywhere near, as Staunton gets there again. Norwood tries to take a touch, and we're blasted off of it. Not a bad start, that, and one to build confidence with. However, they're on an attack right here. Smith gives it into Bougiel, and Featherstone comes across to block that one, as it's a flick onto Valakari, and Bogle, he's going to go over the top to Norwood. That's a great ball from Omar Bogle, straight into Norwood again. I was going to look to return it, but Bogle not up the field in time, so Houlihan takes it. Ferguson is onside, whips a first-time ball in towards Valakari, and it's over. So far, just not getting that one chance that we probably need, as there's a ball out wide here into Milsom, and Milsom into Bolgewine, who cuts inside. Now they've got a chance for the middle. Buteman has to go backward into Eastman, and Featherstone with a great block. As can he get the pass away? He can. Straight into Valakari, as now it's onto Norwood, and Bogle is semi-released. I mean, he's got to still get past this defender. Can he try and cut inside Omar Bogle? He does. Passes it across. Not the best of passes, and Houlihan, well, not just Houlihan, but we should have made more of that chance. That was an easy one, as we are utterly all over Sutton until we pass them the ball back. And we allow them to attack, as Bugle, he's got to be offside, Ante, this guy out wide. And he isn't. Smith puts Sutton 1-0 up. How has that even gone in at the near post, Marinovic? Pretty poor if you ask me. Look at this, straight through the middle. He takes a first time ball. I'm guessing Francis Angol just kept him on, but it was close. Or it must have been close. As now we're 1-0 behind. And Bugle gives the ball onto Eastman here, onto Buteman, as he's blasted one through the middle onto Olafier, onto Bugle, as it's round the corner. Smith, the goal scorer, with 10 minutes to go in this first half. Don't want it being 2-0 to Sutton. They've not really deserved it, as that ball went straight through everyone, including us. And the pass away is actually quite a good one. Norwood chips it over the top. Bogle in the same position he was moments ago, but the defender's caught up with him a bit. But that's a good ball over to Houlihan. And we do have the leveller. This time he scores. It's a great goal from the captain to put us square. And that one, a very good counter-attack. Chipped over to Norwood, onto Bogle, who puts one over the top, and Houlihan just to blast it underneath the keeper and quite directly into that bottom corner. And to be fair, I've got to give him a bit more credit, I feel like. To hit that first time on the volley as a central midfielder, it's not something you see every day. As Bogle now into Featherstone. We're going to look, hopefully, to go in front before half-time. It's a great ball, slipped into Norwood, and he's back on flames. I thought before he even released the ball he'd scored, and I was not wrong. Game turned around in the first half, as what a ball from Valakari. Slots it straight through to the striker, and he was never missing that one. It's his first in-game goal in a while to hopefully keep him top of the score sheets. James Norwood, as the half-time whistle goes straight away. And of the two promoted teams last year, they beat us first time round. We're beating them this time round. 2-1 at Victoria Park. Would like more, please. So let's see if the boys can deliver. Houlihan straight up to Bogle, now onto Norwood. Out wide to Hendry, and it's a pass straight back inside to James Norwood. Is he going for another one? He is. Just inches wide. Ferguson with the ball drilled across the middle of the park into Featherstone. Onto Conor McLaughlin, playing good now in the back three, I've got to say, since he's come in. He's actually been a lot better than he was at right wing back, as Valakari gives the ball to Featherstone right here. Back to Valakari. He's got Norwood in front. He's got Bogle. What a pass that was from Omar Bogle. And Norwood has another. That was very sneaky. Very, very precise as well. The partnership seems to be blossoming a lot more now at this moment in time, but I have got to say again, what a ball. It's out to Valakari, who's been involved in most goals today. A ball round the corner, and Norwood just to blast it home. Took out by the keeper, but I know who's going to be the happier out of those two. So I am thinking about getting the youth players on quite soon as well. Give them a run out in this game if it's if it's almost confirmed, but I'd still like another goal as Hendry whipping the ball in again. Just took away from Bogle in the end. He was ready to swing for it as Norwood gets a little touch on that, and Hendry with a good tackle, but still falls back to them. And if they score here, maybe we've got to hold out on subs, but it's a poor ball over the top for Ferguson to read, and Bogle to get on again. Omar with good close control into Featherstone, into Valakari, who's going to turn and give this back to Bogle. Can we chip that over the top for Houlihan? Not Houlihan, but looking for Norwood again, as Francis Angol puts the ball into Luke Hendry right here, as well as Hendry is going to run forward. Can he try and cut inside a little bit? He does. Onto Valakari, into Bogle just before he comes off the field. Omar Bogle to release one, and Bunzanis with the save. Right, that's the best thing they've probably done in this half. That's a good save from the keeper. It's been all us apart from that as it's going towards Norwood for the hat-trick. Doesn't fall to him, falls to Featherstone instead, and it's a penalty kick. There's a man down for them holding his shoulder, but that's where the ball must have hit him. Get in there, spot kick, and we're not going to get to see the replay, but it could be a hat-trick. The first one of the series for James Norwood. Now, we always go bottom right, so let's go bottom left. Wasn't entirely bottom, but it is 3 now for James Norwood. What a reply to the previous game. It's just blasted into that bottom corner, innit? No chance for the keeper. We go 4-1 up. And Bahozu now on the field, his first time playing in-game for us, as it's the same for this guy. The Swede left wing-back Johansson was on the bench, so if we're dominating the game, really, we might as well give them a try, as Molyneux, the other substitute, losing the ball. But honestly, what a performance from us this game, as you can see. Another tackle in there. Connor McLaughlin, as we're going to search for more, we might as well go for it. It's Hendry with a pass down the line into Norwood. Molyneux on it now. Norwood with a bit of a gap, and I was going to go for that shot earlier, but took his time with it. I don't care as it falls to Valakari, as now Hendry has it. We'll try and work it in the box, because Bogle's usually a danger in the air, as that pass didn't come off right there. But it goes into Busu, who could get his second goal right here for the club. Just a little bit skew whiff. Still, though, he has the ball, and he's going to put one through onto Molyneux right here. And Johansson, the other youth player, is going to look for Busu, as the header away from Louis John is a good one. Eastman tries to get on it again. Molyneux heads it down into Busu, who's going to try and keep this ball, and does, and spins on it, and gets the header off straight into the keeper's hands, though. Has just put the pressure on him. It should be almost game over when he releases this, really, as it's hoofed up the field, and it is a huge 4-1 win for the Hartlepool. Come on, Pool. We move on after that. We don't stop there, but it is a good win. Domination deserved it. That's what I'm going to say, as you can see, 33 games gone. We're still 7 points behind, but we've jumped ahead of Mansfield, who must have not won their last game, and both strikers in that game have gone up a rating. Actually, Busu hasn't gone up a rating. I think he's trained to be a striker, has he? He has, so we're going to upgrade him to it. We're going to put him on the mobile striker training drill and see if he can go from there. Good to see Omar Bogle is far from finished as well, because I have my little doubts. They always creep in a little bit, don't they? As Walsall are up next in 8th place, so just outside of the playoffs. Good position for them to be in, as I might as well promote a youth player. Why not? It'll only make the board happier. Yes, just outside of them. I can't see them right there, so I'm guessing they're just outside of him. This is Norwood. Yes, he is. Clear now with that hat-trick at top scorer spot, even with his injury. That is phenomenal. As let's travel away to, I think it's the Bank Stadium. Don't quote me on that. But we're travelling to Walsall. And the hosts line up. We've got to say as well, it is the same team from us, as Jack Rose in goal, Hayden White, Rolly Mayonnaise, who used to play for Grimsby, Manny Month, and Ward at the back with Shade, Ladbade, Kinzella and Keenan, with Holden and Wilkinson up front. So let's see what we can do here at the Bank Stadium, as Labadie with a great first save right there, as save tackle should I say. It's not a goalkeeper, as Kinzella passing the ball around a little bit right here. 4 minutes in, Walsall keeping it. It's over the top. That's a good ball as well. Got to try and read it. Can we? Hendry. There we go. Just about. Just got to keep trying to figure out how to break teams down still, as Staunton into Featherstone right here. He's done a smart turn into Valakari. Valakari down the wing into Hendry, as we've got a run from Norwood there. It's actually a decent run, but I'm not going to opt for it. I'm going to try and opt out wide right here, around the corner. Bogle, tap one into the box, and White has to block it. So corner ball, 16 minutes in. Valakari whipping it in, and it's almost on the head of Staunton. Thought we were going to fall for Francis Angol, but doesn't, as he's back there. Maybe it's not him, that's why, as McLaughlin loses the ball. Here he is again near the defenders. Ooh! Oh, that's a yellow card for Wilkinson, who is already on a yellow, or Holden should I say. I'm going to say Wilkinson's already on a yellow from his last game, so that would have been a one-match ban, but Very, very dodgy tackle that. I think that might have been a red in some cases, as we'll have to play on. Bogle with the ball right here onto Houlihan. We are the better team, trying to disguise the ball around the corner. Cannot do, but it's into Valakari as two defenders tripping over each other, and Valakari joins the scoring for the first time this season. The curly-haired finisher finishing it. Look at this brilliant finish from him. He just I can't explain it. I don't know how that defender's gone over. I think it's Manny Month going over Rolling Mayonnaise. Yeah, because Month gets back up, doesn't he? Just wacky defending. And Conor McLaughlin with the ball right here as he tries to get past a man there, but fails to do so. So Kiernan to run away with it. Don't get how we've just made that mistake, but we have done. So it's going to be them on the ball again. Kinsella across into Labsidley as Wilkinson on the spin, but he's offside. This game's livening up a little bit here, but of course we still stay 1-0 up. And they are starting to grow into the game more than us, I'd say, as they've got an attack on right here. Shade with a shady pass straight into us as we're going to try and get the ball away again. Norwood to pass it down the line into Houlihan as Houlihan back heels. Ferguson, what can he do now? He's going to pass it into Bogle, onto Featherstone again. Tried to put it around the corner and not really working. As I hate to admit it, but I think I'm waiting for the half-time whistle a little bit, as that could have been a good ball. Just didn't work out though, as White now gives it down the line. Look how many players have got forward. If he's onside, it's dangerous. And Holden scores, but it's offside again. It's a good line from the 5 at the back. And it's the second goal they've scored that won't count. A bit of a wacky one if you ask me as well, that, because that was quite close. I mean, it looked more onside than Smith's goal in the last game for Sutton, as we've got a run on here with Hendry into Valakari, the goal scorer already, and Norwood. Swear he just moved away from that one, which was not good enough, as Wilkinson with a cut inside. Labidley as he gives it onto Shade. Just manages to keep that in with a bad pass again as Houlihan. Look over the top for Norwood straight away. If he's onside, it's good, as it looks like he is, but the referee's blown his whistle, and we are 1-0 up at the break. I won't say it's the best of performances, but we hold the lead. So let's keep going with this. Valakari into Hendry now as the flag goes up for a second there. Valakari again. That's a good return, you know. And can we get a goal straight away in this second half? Hendry went for it. And Holden with the ball over the top right here, looking for a runner of Kiernan as he's stopped in his tracks by a good tackle of Reece Staunton as it's chipped over the top from Marinovic. Straight into Luke Hendry now, into Valakari, and that's a good turn pass. Featherstone, he has a man over this side. It's Houlihan, who's free again. He keeps scoring this guy, but he's going to try and be unselfish. Oh, and it's gone in! What a mistake from the defence, and Houlihan's going to celebrate it like it was his own. But a shock own goal at the Bank Stadium. How has that happened? I want to see this again. Look at this, chipped over the top. It's into the path right here, and I tried to put it over to Bogle. Hits the head of the comically bad defence in this game, and over Danny Rose in the goal. I can't believe it. And I know why, because it's not Danny Rose, it's Jack Rose. As they're going to try and get back into this game after that mistake, and it was Labadley, I think it's pronounced, who's been one of their best players with that own goal. I don't think he knew much about it though, as we're going to try and attack again. Bogle. Wrong option from him for once. That's a unusual thing. Never expect a pass from him that bad. As Labadee, I told you it was good. Trying to thread a ball through right there, but it is blocked off in the end as Reece Staunton gives it into Nicky Featherstone. Now in the middle to Bogle. Bogle around the corner to Houlihan, and it's a gap through the middle from Valakari, as Valakari is going to keep on running here. He could get his second of the game, you know, if he's unselfish. Or should I say selfish, which he is, and he misses. And all 3 subs used from me at once. I thought, I'm going to go for it. So Ogle, the right wing-back's getting a chance. Sorry to the left wing-back Johansson, but I've got to play other players as well. Bosu comes on again, because he was actually quite promising off the bench last time. And Molyneux's on for Houlihan, as we've got a run down this side already. It's Ferguson, the left wing-back, who's still on the field just because I decided to keep him on, and he gets a goal. 3-0. Ferguson to round it off. It's a very smart finish in front of the home faithful, as that's the actual goal that doesn't require horrific defending that we've actually scored. So I'll definitely take that as, oh dear, they might have a chance right here. Staunton reading it though, as the pass through wasn't the best. Bosu to have it here, and he's going to wait for the run right here of Molyneux, as Molyneux, can he make it 4? Can it be 2 4-goal games in a row? It's a terrible shot, to be fair. And Danny Rose, or Jack Rose, making it quite horrific for himself. I think he should have caught it. Still, doesn't matter much as the game is over. You can see the empty seats at the top. It's a great result. That's 2 on the bounce for Poole. A 3-0 win away against a very defensively bad Walsall. And that game in the league does a little bit wonders for us. I mean, the gap is 5 points, and we still have Bradford to play, and of course, got a bigger gap over Mansfield now, who drew their last one, so very good signs from me after that last game, as we've still got one more to go today. Harrogate Town. Team actually not far from me, as they are in 21st as well. Struggling a little bit, as we'll just have to go with the same team. I know there's youth players that I could possibly put in, but I'm not going to risk it. We're catching up with Bradford, so let's keep on poking them. As, yeah, same again. Don't need to walk through it, really. Just need to get into the game and get the 3 points that we are wanting. And the home side is Mark Oxley in goal, Warren Burrell, Will Smith, not the actual actor, Rory McArdle, Lewis Page, George Thompson, Alex Patterson, Sharon and Jack Diamond, with Armstrong and Muldoon, who sunk our battleship last time. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen again right here as the tackle is made. Featherstone onto Houlihan, straight through the middle right there onto Omar Bogle, as he's going to easily get on the end of this. And can we put it back in the middle into Houlihan? And Valakari has a run on this side. Does he hit well with his left foot? I guess we'll never know, because it's a good challenge from them. And Staunton with the ball right here as well, as he gives one onto Ferguson and Houlihan, onto Bogle. This is good passing from us, keeping the ball very well recently, as that could have gone to Valakari's left foot again. But it's just round the corner as Muldoon onto Jackie Diamond, onto Page. That's going to go straight to us. Now onto Featherstone, as there's a run right there of Bogle, but I'm not going to go for him. Instead, Houlihan, who's been dropping in a couple of goals recently, but again, another tackle from the hard workers. Norwood with the ball again, 20 minutes into this one. We've literally just been passing the ball around, and they've been tackling us as Houlihan. Now out to Ferguson, got a goal in the last game. Now on to Featherstone, it's Valakari, it's Norwood. This is good play, Bogle with a shot, but still, we managed to keep hold of the ball as Nicky Featherstone has it at the back right here. I think he's still yet to score in game for me, although he does play very well as Ferguson with a great ball onto him right there. It's into Bogle, gets his head on it but can't direct it. And Hendry has it right here for us, the away side, as now we are half an hour in and still yet to break Harrogate down. They're doing very, very well defensively. However, Bogle, thought we were going to get one of them disguised passes around the corner again, but he doesn't, as it goes to Muldoon, the player that worries me most. And we had to take him out there, even though I think we were getting the ball given back to us. So that's a shame, as Thompson whips the ball upfield. Norwood with the header away, straight onto Nicky Featherstone again, as Featherstone's going to get to run with this into Norwood. Missed a little bit right there, and Muldoon, it's passing up forward for them. Armstrong tackled. I think that was a good one, but ref gives advantage as Thompson cuts inside. Everyone just get in front of the ball. Patterson into Sheeran, and come on, we've got to get this away as Marinovic saves. And the first chance of the game for them as Armstrong looking to pick someone out. Don't be Armstrong. There's two Armstrongs, is there? Okay, I think he took the corner, didn't he? But no, we've lost the ball again in our own box, and Muldoon tackled well this time by Staunton. And can we actually get the ball away? A little bit of a tackle on Houlihan, but he still comes away with it, as Bogle has a bit of a gap through the middle right there. Defender coming across, and Smith deals with him. As there we are at the end of the half. I've got to say, it has been mostly us. They've had a couple of chances towards the end, as you could see, but they're very good defensively. I have no idea how they're that far down in the league, because they're blocking everything off. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the first half. Get past their defence and we should be fine, but still, it's going to be a challenge to do so, as we just like to pass it at the start of halves. I do like to keep the ball, as we decide to give it away. Thank you very much, Houlihan, as there's a ball over the top right here onto this guy as Ferguson deals with him. And he passes it away onto Houlihan right here, as what's he going to do with it? Going to give it back out wide. Ferguson now forward to Bogle, and Norwood. He would have kept on side there, mate. Wouldn't have been too bad of a run, but it was miles off as Valakari dummies it one way, crosses it out to Ferguson, who can now cross it in himself and doesn't beat that guy Smith. Does seem to be him doing all the hard work, as Houlihan onto Norwood right here, and Norwood gives it into Valakari. Can we get this out wide? We do. We've got a runner at the back post. That's a good ball towards Houlihan, as it's headed behind for a corner. If we're going to beat them, maybe it's from a corner ball, as we'll put this towards the edge. Bogle, don't know what he was really going for there, but it is going to fall back out to Francis Angol, as Angol now into Valakari, and he can't keep it. And 19 minutes to go in this Rather uneventful second half, I've got to say. It's literally just been us versus Smith as Norwood tries to jump on that and does tackle the defender well. Into Omar Bogle now and into Valakari as we're going to go out wide this way. Ogle again into Valakari. Going to go from range. Can we beat him this way? We don't. Quite close though. Now it's the last 10 as Bogle has come off for Olamola, who of course likes a late goal. We saw it at Mansfield as there's a slide in right there, and that was weird. I don't know how we've still got the ball from that, but we do. As Houlihan, I went for a first time cross. Olamola actually getting a quite free header for that and should have done better, but not doing so in the end, as after our scoring frenzy in the last 2 in-game games, it's going to be a slower one right here. Still, we're going to look for at least 1 to try and take 3 points and put pressure on Bradford as Houlihan in the middle to Norwood. His control's not the best, but 3 men actually tackle him. You can see how hard they're working for a point right here and how much they are scrapping towards the bottom zone, as we've still got to try and keep the ball. It's all us going forward as Ogle gets it through right here onto Norwood. Tried to squeeze it through as we've got less than a minute, or in fact just a minute with added time, as Thompson now onto Diamond and McLaughlin to hoof that away onto Norwood now. Through to Valakari. Can't get his pass off, and that's the end of the game. It's a 0-0. It's a 0-0. It's a 0-0. I mean, I would have liked a lot better against that Harrogate team, but they defended for their lives. And at the end of the episode, the gap is back to 7. We still have that 4-point gap over Mansfield, though, as we're into our last 11 games. Well, it should be 11. Yeah, it is 11 games, and we play Bradford in the next one. So if we're ever going to have a make it or break it moment, it's got to be now. We also play Leyton Orient and Newport, who are in the playoff positions. I think Northampton are as well. Are they? Yes, they are. We play so many good teams tomorrow, so make sure you're tuned in for that, I guess. As thank you guys for watching this episode right here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe with the notification bell on as well, so you do not miss anything in the future. That has been it from me today. I've finally returned, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Take care, in a bit, 4.1 before the new year, and peace.